You know, to be honest, Pixar continues to surprise me. They continue to surprise me. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion for my movie review for Soul. And if this is your first time finding me and you happen to like the video, please give me that thumbs up and consider subscribing. So I'm a huge fan of Pixar, even though I haven't seen all of the films. The one I have seen, I have not been disappointed yet. So there's no reason why I would go into this movie right here with any lowered expectations. And then you have Academy Award winner Jamie Foxx, who is a great talent across the board attached to this. Also with Tina Fey, who's funny as well. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, wow, you have a winner on your hands. Now, this film is being directed by Pete Docter and Kemp Powers. And for Kemp, this is his directorial debut, but Pete Docter does have a lot of experience with Pixar, directing films like Up, Inside Out, and Monsters, Inc. Now, before I get into all the good nitty gritty, let me tell you what this thing is about. Joe is a middle school band teacher whose life hasn't gone quite the way he expected. His true passion is jazz, and he's good. But when he travels to another realm to help someone find their passion, he soon discovers what it means to have soul. Now, the title of this film, I think, is absolutely perfect for multiple reasons because soul does have more than one meaning when you see this film. Of course, I'm not going to tell you here, you have to see it for yourself, but I will say that it is worth it. Now, one of the first things that I loved about this film is the animation style. I mean, Pixar always hits a home run when it comes to their animation, but with this particular film, they did step it up a few notches just to make it that much better. So the way that the film was animated, me as a black man, it was lovely to see black animated characters in a Pixar film, and I really felt like I was able to relate seeing big lips and wide noses. I mean, I felt like I was at home. I mean, it just looks so real, and I've never seen anything like it before, so I have to give kudos to Pixar right there out the bat. And when it comes to the actual definition of soul, in many religious, philosophical, and mythological traditions, the soul is an incorporeal essence of a living being. Soul or psyche compromises the mental abilities of a living being, reason, character, feeling, consciousness, qualia, memory, perception, thinking, etc. And I think that this film captured all of that with laser sharp precision. I mean, the way that they address and tackle the imagination and how far deep it can go into one's mind and how just limitless it can be, I thought was amazing. I mean, they really knocked that out of the park, real talk. I mean, this movie right here gives new meaning to infinity and beyond, pun intended. I mean, I have my own imagination, but seeing the way someone else wants to tackle that, I mean, like I was just smiling from ear to ear watching this. I mean, we've all heard of the great beyond, and I liked it the way that they presented that in this film, but something else that I really did appreciate is the great before, something that I never thought about. You know, I always think about afterlife, but no one ever thinks about before life, or at least I don't, and that's just something that really stood out to me. And what makes the experience that much better and what grabs you is the music, the score, the composition in this film, with all of the sound mixing and sound designs in this film and all the sound effects. It really, really is a feel-good movie. I mean, all throughout the first and second act of this film, I was just sitting here smiling, you know, like I was a 5-year-old kid Saturday morning watching my morning cartoons like this, like, wow, this is such a joy. This is such a pleasure. This is such a wonderful experience. And I was jealous because I wish I was a little kid and just wondering how they would experience this film. And when I say little kids, I mean, this movie is for everybody. It is for kids, but I have to say I'm impressed because it's more for adults. I mean, all Pixar films have adult themes that adults will love. They can get the jokes that they can relate in real life, etc. But, you know, kids can also take that in too. But this one right here, I mean, like, I actually think that this is designed for adults because just some of the real life things that they tackle and they address in this film, I mean, my goodness gracious, it's just gonna make your heart melt. And it's funny too, you will laugh. You laugh at all Pixar films, and this one does not fall short of the jokes. I mean, it's not anything inappropriate. It's the perfect tone. It's the perfect setting, and everything is so cohesive and fits exactly like it's supposed to be there. You also have supporting cast members that give their voicing talents like Felicia Rashad and Donnell Rawlings, a comedian that I'm a big fan of. I recognize their voice and I enjoyed their performances as well. And Jamie Foxx and and Tina Fey, they're both great. I mean, I'm a bigger fan of Jamie Foxx, but you know, I have to give some credit to Miss Tina Fey too. They're very entertaining to see on screen and or just to hear their voice, and they are a nice treat in this movie as well. I mean, Academy Award winner Jamie Foxx, I don't think there's anybody that I've ever met that's not a fan of this man or his work. I mean, everything that he touches turns to gold, turns to platinum, and this film Soul right here is nothing short of that. And guys, this film right here just did touch me on a personal level. I mean, I feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside, the way it touched me here and here. I mean, this movie right here breathed new life into my system, and I feel like my life is starting over or found new meaning as soon as the credits hits. The way that they address what the meaning of life is can be interpreted in so many ways, but the way that I defined it in this film, the way I interpreted it, the way I understood it, was just nothing short of magnificent, and makes me want to watch this film over and over and over again, just so I can try to pick up something different each time. I mean, this does have repeat viewing quality, and we have a film like that. I mean, there's nothing more that you can ask for. This is easily one of Pixar's best films. I don't know if I want to say the best, and I haven't seen all of Pixar films, but it definitely is top 3 in my opinion. I mean, there's just so many things that you can relate to in this film, and so many lessons that you can pick up. And it's just kind of scary at the same time of how hard they hit the nail on the head with the accuracy. I mean, there's just so many metaphors that just relate to me and just relate to just human life and just the human experience and what it means to be fulfilled and just, you know, pursue your dreams and, you know, just go after it and be unapologetic about everything. Because I mean, I don't know, it just, this film right here just really taught me that, you know, no matter what you're going through, you just have to like live your life, and it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And I know that you've heard that before, but this shines new light on that and gives it new meaning. I pretty much loved everything about this film except for one moment where it got a little dull for about 5 or 10 minutes going from the second or third act. I thought a couple of scenes were like a little filler, and they were just trying to stretch it out for some unnecessary runtime. It comes in at about an hour and 40 minutes, but I feel like they could have sliced off a good 5 minutes because I just felt it was unnecessary. But besides that, guys, I thought everything about this movie was fantastic. There's so much inspiration, so much emotion, so much passion, so much energy, so much everything. And when you consume all of that at one time, you feel like a super being, because I know I did. And it is easily one of the better films that I've seen this year. So if I had to rate Soul out of a 1 out of 10, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Yes, a 9 out of 10. But guys, that is just my opinion. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. What did you think of Soul? Please let me know down in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please go ahead and give me that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you click the notification bell so you can be notified when I make uploads. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.